Ladies and gentlemen, slavery is on the ballot in 5 different states. So voters will have a chance to wipe slavery and indentured servitude off the books. So when slavery was outlawed in 1865, which is the BS time they want us to believe, the 13th Amendment had one exception, and that's why people say you are disingenuous about ending slavery because you would not have made any exception whatsoever. That exception was an excuse to keep it going and using different titles and names to justify it. But it's all the same thing at the end of the day. So neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime thereof, the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction, the amendment reads, which means you intend on furthering slavery. That's all. Just another way of saying it. The penalty has remained on the books in more than a dozen states, even though it hasn't been enforced since the Civil War. These people are such liars. You've been enforcing slavery from that point and beyond, even to this day. That's why you got mass incarceration going on. It's to keep slavery going. You got all these innocent people up in there, and then you're trying to tell us at the same time, oh, we stopped doing that a long time ago. When? 5 minutes ago? So, anyway, next month, the voters in Alabama, Louisiana, Vermont, Oregon, and Tennessee will be given an opportunity to exercise the punishment from their state's constitution once and for all, according to CNN. Review of pending ballot initiatives. Look how we come to these final days and look at what they're jumping up and doing, right? Is this really going to make a difference in anybody's life in these 5 states? I'm just asking. If I got subscribers in any of these 5 states, do you feel this is a life changing measure? Because these people's measures are never life changing for us. We already know this is never life changing. Life changing for you, not me. So anyway, the proposed amendments would either explicitly rule out slavery and indentured servitude as a potential punishment or remove the term from law altogether. Yeah, you'll remove the term, but you'll keep right on doing the same thing. We know, we know these people so well. Advocates are hailing the initiatives as long overdue and hope the state level movement will one day lead to the removal of such language from the 13th Amendment altogether, which it won't, because they've profited too much off of stuffing all kinds of people in these prisons that never committed a crime. It's too much profit and gains for them to stop doing it at this point. So they won't take it that far. Maybe on the state level, but it won't go beyond that. And remember, they still got in there that we're 3/5 of a human being, right? They haven't been in no rush to get rid of that either. These folks don't like change. They really hate change. They hate it. So, anyway, moving on. Though some argue that the movement underscores the larger need to lift rules permitting forced labor from inmates for little to no pay. Exactly, a practice that has been likened to indentured servitude. None of the 5 changes being considered next month would eliminate prison work. That's why it's disingenuous. It is. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course, as long as no money is being given, you got congressional leaders that like the measure because they're not really giving anything up. It's not like they're cutting the check. They're just taking some language off the books. How hard is that really? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, they're saying that nonprofit, that is a campaign to remove the clause from the 13th Amendment. The more states that do this, the more federal support we can garner. So we know one of the states are Alabama. So Alabama will have a chance of overhauling this. Alabama, huh? Overhaul slavery. The other state is Louisiana. Current Constitution allows slavery and indentured servitude as punishment for a crime. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. You always make sure that punishment is mainly on black people more so than anyone else. And then looking at the exonerations, it don't add up. So if this group of people are always committing all the crimes, then what's going on with these daily exonerations that are going on in America of people that never committed any crime? You know, you're saying something in one instance and then something's going on that's contradicting what you're saying. See, that's why you don't like people like me, because I keep bringing that stuff up. Come on, y'all. You love somebody to hate. You do. Your whole existence. If Lisa Cabrera was not online for you to dislike, you would just find somebody else out here. You would. You live for this. That's why you'll hate me in one instance, but you can't stop coming to my channel. You just can't stop coming. But let's move on. Yeah. So Louisiana, so the voters will be given the question to prohibit the use of involuntary servitude. You know, another state that, never mind. So you have Oregon. Remember the state that was trying desperately to block any um, people with melanin from living there, as if they weren't there before y'all showed up from Europe. Yeah, we can try to act brand new on that too, right? So it's on the ballot to remove all language creating an exception and make, um, they're trying to be against that kind of stuff being carried out and used in the Oregon Constitution, which means even if they wipe it off the books, the cops are still going to be out here grabbing all kinds of innocent people and throwing them in there. You're now doing it without the language being on the book. That's all. Tennessee. Tennessee is also asking the people to bring up the measure to prohibit slavery and indentured servitude forever, while including nothing in this section shall prohibit an inmate from working when the inmate has been duly convicted of a crime. See, that's all y'all did. See, y'all, that's how come we became criminals the day our forefathers were set free from the plantation. That's why they slap that label criminal on you. And they keep it on us to this very day, because the ones that always talk about you being a criminal, those are the ones that want to keep you in slavery. Whenever they're sitting around talking about black people commit all the crimes and black people, those are the ones that want you in servitude. That's why they talk that way. Vermont, which was the first U.S. colony to abolish slavery outright, is seeking to change their constitution by removing the exception clause. Well, these people talk a good game. We shall see exactly what happens when these measures are voted on, and if the arrest in those states actually go down. We shall see. It'll be interesting to see what the numbers look like after the measure is voted on. Will it change or will it remain the same? I'm willing to bet it's going to remain the same, y'all. These folks don't change. They haven't changed and they never will. And I'm telling you, it is not going to make any difference whatsoever. Policing is not going to change because this clause is not in there. It's going to be exactly the same. But y'all, please tell me what you think about all this voting to remove slavery. Here it is, 2022, and this is what they're bringing up in 5 states, y'all, to keep slavery on the books in indentured servitude or to remove it. And yeah, there'll be people voting to keep it there. Oh, yeah. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.